Hello, 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 everybody. Guess what? Your favorite mother-daughter duo and your number one podcast is back live. This is a live episode. Well, it's not a live episode, but, well, it is a live episode.
Yeah, it's a live episode. It's not a pre-recorded episode.
No.
But when are we going to do actually a visual live episode?
I don't know, Mom. I wanted to do that at first, and you said, no, that's too much work for you, and now you want to do it?
Still too much work.
No, it's not. We just leave the camera on. It's just a one angle. But at least it's visuals.
Okay, we'll do one.
Come on.
When we go back to Toronto, we'll do one.
Okay, fine. So this weekend.
So what you been doing?
Wait, Mom, you didn't even do the intro.
Oh, let's go.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mom, I can't believe you forgot to do the intro. You were going to forget that.
You know, it was...
Mom, I need to smack some sense into you.
You have to touch
Mom,
again, see?
Speaking of,
What?
because I'm hearing us, a little bit bickering, our views are going down.
I know.
Our listens,
I
our
know.
plays.
Why?
Because we're not bickering anymore.
I don't think so. I think you're
so.
swearing.
I'm not swearing. Go and count the amount of times that I've sworn in the past 2, 3.
Maybe they got tired of the bickering.
No.
And we're finally giving them substance. They don't want to listen to that.
That's what I'm saying. They need to listen to us bicker.
No, maybe because they stop it, now they're not listening to substance, and they don't know that we're making substance.
What? You're not
stuff
making any sense.
That they could be learning or not learning anything from. And
oh, you're saying they got sick of the bickering, so they stopped listening to the podcast,
Yeah.
but now we're providing substance and we're not
Right.
bickering anymore.
You got it.
Well, we'll see.
yeah,
Maybe the energy is just back in this one.
maybe. Or everybody's
I liked our last couple of podcasts.
That's what I'm saying. Or everybody's just living their life.
Yeah, it is the summertime.
Because we keep encouraging them to live their life.
Yeah, we should stop doing
Maybe we
that.
should stop.
Stay inside and listen to our
Be
podcast.
depressed, people.
Okay. Okay.
But we don't want our listeners to be depressed.
No, we don't want our listeners to
So,
be
you know what?
depressed.
So the 60 listeners that we do have now versus the 300 that
Yes.
we had.
Okay.
Yeah, versus the 300 that we had before. You know what? At least these ones are happy.
Yeah.
And they
or
just
they're
keep coming
not,
back.
and they're the ones that are still depressed and still listening to us.
No, I disagree.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I disagree.
Okay, shout out Chakla! Okay, anyways.
Yeah. See, the only ones that will stay are the ones that will laugh and smile. Once we stopped bickering, the numbers went down. Why? Because that's what they wanted to hear. Right? Because they have bickering with their own minds.
Oh, they wanted to hear like a train wreck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's what they are. They're at a train wreck in their life.
We're making really big assumptions about these people, about our listeners, based off of nothing.
The ones that left.
We literally have no idea why.
No, that's...
Okay, Mother.
I'm telling you
It's
why.
in your heart. I'm turning off the light.
Effie.
What, Mom?
So, what's been going on, Ev? You know what?
What?
I was sitting at home,
Yeah.
going, damn.
Did you miss me?
No, I was missing the podcasts.
Yeah.
I was missing you for the first couple of days.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, and then I got used to it. And then I got off my fat ass and started cleaning the house.
Okay.
So that was good.
Okay.
And I sat back down on the
You
couch.
know I'm gonna be gone soon for good. Like,
Okay.
not dead, but, back in New York.
Yeah, I know.
I know, but I'm
That's
just saying,
okay.
like, you miss me? You miss having your child around?
Well, I miss, cooking for someone because Nick is so freaking picky.
Oh, okay.
But, up to this point, I miss doing the podcast. I thought,
Yeah.
oh, I got so much to say. Frick, I wish I could just turn it on and record it. And then you say, okay, let's do the podcast. I was like, oh, I don't even know what to say now.
Yeah, I said let's do the podcast 2
I
hours
don't
ago.
even know what to say
And
now.
last night.
I don't know what to say
Okay,
now.
well, I went to see
There was so much in the freaking
Mom,
news.
I went to see the worst movie ever.
Yeah, how was that?
It was good.
Okay, but I thought you guys were the only two watching the movie, and people throwing the football and everybody else laughing were actors.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
No, they weren't. That's actually just random people. The movie has a cult following. Guys, there's this movie called The Room by Tommy Wiseau, and he directs and acts and he wrote it and everything, and it's supposedly supposed to be the worst movie ever made, and I can confirm.
But was it? Oh, you can't
it's-
say.
No, I can
you
confirm
can?
it's the worst movie
Really?
I've ever seen.
Worse than that Napoleon Dynamite?
Worse than Napoleon Dynamite wasn't even bad compared to this.
Oh, God.
No, trust. That was a good movie. This movie is the shittiest. They used the same sex scene twice because they didn't record a second sex scene. They literally used the same sex scene twice. They didn't even take.
Did it say reusing?
No,
the
it's just
scene,
the exact same.
Or you guys knew?
No, it's the exact same.
Huh.
And also, there's like picture frames with the stock photos of spoons in it because they bought picture frames from Walmart and didn't put pictures in it.
What?
It's that bad, Mom.
That's hilarious.
That's why
that's genius, though.
That's why everyone
That was
throws
smart
the
guy.
spoons at the screen.
Right.
Every time you see a picture of a spoon,
Right.
you throw spoons at the screen.
Oh my god.
Also, there's like 25 stock photos of water. So at the beginning of the frame, at the beginning of the movie, so everyone yells water whenever you see water.
Right.
So when
It's interactive and stuff.
well, it is so interactive, but like people that are there have been going. It's not their first rodeo. They've been going for like show after show. Like they come to many viewings.
Oh, showings.
Many showings, yeah.
Right.
So the room is shown in like New York, LA, Philly, Chicago, I think, once a month.
So this is not the first movie that he's put out?
This is his first movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has a second one now.
Oh.
But it's
What's he gonna call it? The best movie ever?
no,
made?
it's called Best Friends or something like that. Best Friends Ever or something like that. With the same guy that acts in that other one too. But it was like so crazy. Your first time you have to go just to understand, like, just gotta understand when to say things and the jokes and the cult feeling and the, you know.
So there's no time for you to fall asleep.
No.
That's good.
I was getting tired, but there was a time for me to fall asleep. Mainly because every time I was getting tired, there was spoons being thrown at me.
Oh.
Because we were sitting in the front rows. Like, not in the very front. Like, there was a back
still.
section and a front section, and then
Yeah.
there was a divider.
Yeah.
So we chose to sit in the front, the top of the front
Right,
section.
yeah.
But all the people behind us were throwing spoons, and it wouldn't make it to the screen.
Ping.
So it would ping us in the head. Like, we had 0 spoons. All the spoons in my recent
the back?
YouTube video
Yeah.
were spoons that were thrown at us.
What?
Yeah, we were just collecting them all, and then we weren't throwing them.
Did Eric enjoy it?
Yeah, he loved it.
Really?
He said it was the worst movie he's ever
Really?
watched, but he loved the experience of it. Like when people were first throwing footballs, like he saw somebody walking with a football, he's like, why does somebody have a football?
I know.
And then people were throwing footballs, and then you watch the movie, and like 3 times, just they randomly start throwing football, like as a male bonding.
Wait a minute. So people have gone and watched this over and over?
Yes.
Why?
Because of this interactive experience.
Oh my god, I have the been there, done that once attitude.
Yeah, I know. I think I would only go one more time just to now be the hagglers.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
Like the first time you go and you understand what's going on, and you
yeah.
understand like when to shout or like blah blah blah, like when to. There's this one guy that ran down from the back all the way to the front of the screen, and he was like, Tommy, I'm over here. Look at me.
Oh
Look
my
at me.
God,
And I'm
what the
like,
hell?
me and Eric are like, what is going on? And then Tommy just looks at the bottom of the screen where the guy is, and he's like this.
Oh my gosh.
And he's like,
so you
Tommy,
would be doing that
I would
next,
love
right?
to do
you
that.
would be doing that next. Do you remember when that happened?
Yeah, I remember. It's like
oh my god. So you would be do that.
Oh, it was so like that's what I mean. Like now we would go with a box of spoons. Like these people were coming in with boxes
Prepped.
of spoons. Yeah, and we were just like, what is gonna?
And they weren't hired. These are just viewers.
These are just viewers.
Dang.
Yeah, it was so crazy, and I'm so glad. Eric and I have been trying. So I watch a lot of YouTube analysis channels on YouTube, and this movie keeps coming up to be analyzed, right? Or like examples from the character or whatever.
Right.
And I'm like, I gotta see this movie. So I'm researching. Can't find the movie. I ended up watching The Room on Netflix with Brie Larson instead.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, so then I'm talking to Eric. He's like, I want to see that too. So for months and months, we've been talking about where can we find this movie. And then I was watching another YouTube video, not analysis video, but this girl who went to film school who's on YouTube.
All right.
And she was talking about some of her favorite movies.
Right.
And at the last one, she goes, and The Room, it's the worst movie ever made, but, like, I loved it because of the experience. Like, there's showings in New York and LA. I'm like, New York! And booked the tickets that night.
Surprised him for his birthday.
It was so great.
Awesome.
It was a really good, unexpected experience. Speaking of, if you want to see those spoons that we're talking about and Eric's reaction to the surprise of The Room, I just put out a recent YouTube video, so it's on my YouTube channel, Eviewhy, EVIEWHY.
Cool.
Thank you. Leave a comment and watch and subscribe. Thanks.
Thanks. Thanks.
Anyways. But yeah. I think I wrote down things to talk about.
Did you?
I think so. Okay, Mom, I'm going through the process of finding a new roommate, right? Mm-hmm. I've had 3 pretty weird, bad roommates. The first one wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But the next 2 after
She was
that
just shady.
were bad. But what is, like, an ideal roommate?
There will never be an ideal roommate.
You don't think? You think even the next person?
I think one of your friends would be an ideal.
But you think this next girl is going to be?
I think the first one that came today,
what do you think
I think she would work out.
It's like, what is she hiding? That's what.
Yeah, it's
like
almost
this game.
like,
it's like,
yeah,
what is she
it was all
hiding?
too good to be true. Like we have.
I know.
Like you guys have something in common. We have something in common. Like
No.
Both your boyfriends have something in common. So, it was crazy, and then it's like, okay, keep talking.
I know, it's super weird.
The second one gave you no chance to.
No, but I kind of like that about her.
Yeah, she's just
like,
boom,
guys,
boom,
we had roommates come for showings today, and I have some tomorrow, and blah, 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 like potential new roommates. And the second girl that came to see the place, she literally came in, walked around the room, took pictures of everything, and was like, I'm interested. Do you want, like, first month's rent? I gotta talk to my mom. And then left.
This is
literally,
the first legit place I've seen.
A minute. She's like, this is the first legit place I've seen. This is amazing. Love it. You want first month's rent or something like that?
Yeah.
Let's go. And I'm like, and then she just walked out the door.
I know.
She's like, okay, I'll talk to you soon. And I'm like,
I know.
What did we just witness?
No.
She's either like a girl that knows what she wants and just is short and sweet, or she's like fed up of looking for places.
Yeah, but she must have been in a rush to go look at another one.
Yeah, she must have been. That was so weird.
Yeah.
She didn't even try and talk to us.
No.
She was like, oh, this is a place? Great.
Yeah.
Picture, picture, picture.
Yeah.
So, the only thing is that we didn't tell the first girl about when we want her to leave.
What do you mean?
Like 6 months.
Oh, but it'll happen for her too anyways. She's going to start looking too.
You know what? 2019 is my year.
2020.
And 2020.
Yeah, 2019.
My better year.
Yeah, 2019 was your year for
things
lots
are
of
flipping
turnarounds.
around.
In 2020, shit's gonna keep happening, man.
So you really don't think there's an ideal roommate?
I don't think there's an ideal roommate in the sense of it's gonna take a long time to find an ideal roommate.
This is gonna sound bad, but like I don't think I'm a bad roommate at all.
Well, that's what you think.
I know, that's what I think. I'm wondering what other people think of me.
Right.
Like, I wash my dishes, I clean my food, I shower and clean what's necessary to clean.
Well, you and your first roommate were fine because you guys went out together, hung out a little bit.
You know what? We were great, but I don't remember how it went sour at the end.
Oh, she got a boyfriend.
I know she got a boyfriend, but she got a boyfriend in like November.
Yeah.
Guys, for some reason, it went sour, and I can't remember why it went sour, but I just remember that it ended up being like, I wonder if we got into a fight or something.
I don't remember anything.
And, like, also, she stole my Tupperware.
Yeah.
So, I don't understand how people come in to an apartment with no Tupperware or no kitchen utensils or anything like that, which is fine because, with roommate situations, you should pay for one thing or the other. Like, if there's chairs and a table, get one person to pay because when you move out, then there's no, like, who's going to pay who or whatever,
who's
right?
Who's going to take what?
Who's going to take what, yeah. So, get your roommate to buy the chairs and the table, you buy all the kitchen appliances, whatever, right? But I had all the kitchen stuff, and she came in with no Tupperware, and she left with no Tupperware. She left with Tupperware.
Oh, wow. That was her wedding gift.
Right. Yeah, speaking of, okay, my first roommate, you guys, online dating, what do you think about it? I feel like you're like traditional minded.
No, yeah, in the sense of meeting someone, but it's because I would be afraid.
Okay, so I get that
because of all the things that I've read.
Right, I get that, but that's like being afraid of the world because the media only portrays the bad things.
Yeah, because you don't even know unless you're FaceTiming and stuff. You don't know those pictures and.
I know, but this is the thing.
I don't know.
I can't do online dating, let's say.
Lucky you don't have to anymore.
I know, but I can't do it because I can't take it seriously.
Oh.
Like, for some reason, I can't take it seriously. I just laugh. I make the worst pickup lines. Like,
people.
I know it has.
worked
I
for
know
so
it has
many
because
people.
my roommate, guys, my first roommate, we both moved in like single ladies, like ready to take on New York City.
Yeah.
And then like a couple months later, you know, she was doing the whole Bumble thing and like going out with multiple dudes on Bumble for dates, and I would go with her, like, you know, because they would meet at like bars and she'd be like, come with me. Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
that's
blah.
fine. See, that would be okay.
No, which is fine, but like, I just remember her choosing between two boys. One, her now husband, who she just got married to 3 years later, and this other dude, and like, I don't know, it was like a matter of the other dude like being weird in person and me confirming and being like, nah, he's not for you, and then her being like, okay, I'm all in on this now husband dude, and he's a great guy and everything, but I just can't believe that she met somebody on Bumble and then married him. And I can't believe that it happened all in the like time frame. Like, I was the roommate that was there for her first meeting him. Like, that's so weird. Like, she'll, like, when she's telling her kids, like, how her and her husband met, or how her and mommy and daddy met, or whatever, like, she's gonna be like, well, like, children, I was in New York and I was living with this girl, this roommate, and
well, actually, the story
you know
prior to
like,
that's even
so
better.
weird.
How you guys met.
Oh, yeah, how we met?
Yeah.
How me and my roommate met?
Yeah.
Guys, have I told this story before?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
But I want to talk about something more exciting. How much time we got left?
15 minutes.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about that's more exciting?
You and what you're up to.
What am I up to?
What are you up to, Evie?
Picking my nose.
Nope. You're not picking your nose anymore, Evie.
I'm walking.
You're busy now.
I'm busy.
You're busy writing your first book.
That's a hobby. It's not making me anybody.
Not yet, it won't be, but once you're finished and you put it out there.
I am writing my first book. This is true, you guys. And if you listen, or if you watch my live broadcast, I read my whole intro to my book today, and I got excited because everyone else was so excited.
Yeah, they were all
like,
excited.
I'm glad I read it because now it makes me feel better about continuing to write. You know what I mean? Like, I just need a little bit of like,
yeah, these comments are so
like
true,
a little bit
so
of
relatable.
like, what's it called? Like
push.
Motivation.
Motivation.
Yeah. And I'm really thankful that everyone was like, when is this out? I need it now. And I'm just like, ah! So I have a problem though, Mom, because I want to write so many things now, like in the mindset that I am now. But my book is more about how I was feeling and how I got over during my surgery journey.
Listen.
So it's hard for me to like, because I want to write all these things now and da 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 da.
Well, the excitement now is book 2.
I know.
You gotta write about your journey.
I know. I'm going to put that's why I love all the documentation that I already have of it, which is also why I wanted to do it, because like I have all of those passages that I was writing for like maybe a week or two that I did remember on just the doc, and I have all my raps and all my spoken words and all my poems that I can't wait to explain and and there's
exciting. It's going to be an exciting book.
I'm really hoping so.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the story of my ankle surgery journey, though. Like, the actual story. It's just going to be the feelings and the, like, how I healed myself. How I overcame. Because the question that I get asked the most is, why are you so positive? How are you so happy throughout the whole thing? And the spoiler alert is that I wasn't. Right? For a long while, I wasn't even pretending to be.
There was an exterior and an internal.
No, but for
At
the
first,
long,
you were a disaster, and then I think you went into an exterior happiness and an internal worry.
Yeah.
And then I think
that's what I'm saying. At the beginning, I wasn't even trying to fake happiness. I was miserable.
Yeah, you were miserable.
And then I tried to fake it so that I could feel it.
Feel it, yeah.
And then I tried to like fake it till I made it, and then I made it.
And you did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it does work.
It does work.
Yeah,
and I didn't go to therapy. Don't go to therapy.
One of the titles.
Yeah, tentative title, don't go to therapy.
Yeah, we're going to have to do,
if you were looking for a sign, this is it. Don't go to therapy.
Yeah. Yeah.
My thought vomit. All of that.
I'm really excited about it.
I'm really excited too. Like, listening to it, did you feel good about it?
Yeah, it was really good. But I was reading comments too.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
Didn't get, like, I heard you talk thing, but I was looking to see what the feedback was, so I could relate the feedback
Yeah,
to
I'm
you.
glad you did because I wanted to know.
You know, and it was relatable, really good. Oh my god, like this is so true.
I know.
So
I'm glad that people are excited, and that's why I want to finish it really quickly because I don't want that excitement to die down.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not going to die down.
I don't know. People's attention spans in 2019 are not long attention spans.
That's for sure.
Mom, can you get me some water? I'm really, really thirsty.
Because it's damn hot now.
It's not hot at all. I'm not hot at all. Take a shower. Take a shower. I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, I do have a question actually.
What's the question?
It's about money, but hold on, let me just take a sip of ice. Let me just take a sip of ice.
Did it come through?
No. Ow, I'm breaking my teeth. Okay, I need water. Is that ice or water?
I think the lid is iced.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pop it up.
I can't pop it. Oh, yeah.
Watch your computer, though.
Oh, my
See?
God.
It's iced.
Guys, sorry. Short water break here.
Go, let's talk money. I love talking about money.
I know you do. It's actually a conversation I had with Eric because we like to converse about random things.
Yep.
When you're married,
Yep.
do you have, okay, hear me out before you answer. Do you have 2 separate bank accounts? Mm-hmm. Do you have one conjoined or multiple conjoined, but only conjoined, no separate bank accounts? Mm-hmm. Or do you have a conjoined bank account and 2 separate bank accounts? Mm. Like, what did you and Dad do? And then I'll tell you my opinion.
Did we even have a joint account? I don't think so.
No joint account? You just had 2 separate? Then how did you pay bills and stuff?
Well, like, he covered the mortgage.
Okay.
And then I covered everything else.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Did they come out about the same? Like, did you factor that in, or was one person paying more?
Well, I put the down payment on the house.
Okay.
Which wasn't cheap. Wasn't petty cash. So then he
and
paid,
family vacations that we went on. Who paid for those?
It was the mortgage was a lot for the first 5 years.
Yeah.
And then I paid everything else, but I was a better saver. So vacations, I think I covered the vacations.
That, like, how? But then he covered it when he gambles.
Yeah,
and then he would win our vacation back.
Right. So the trip to,
guys, one time we went on a cruise to Bermuda.
Cruise trip, yep.
My dad went to the casino on the cruise and won $8,000 and paid for the whole cruise.
Right.
Which was crazy, and it's a gamble, which is why it's called gambling.
Yeah.
But it turned out in our favor. But I was wondering
So when you're married,
wait,
it's
you guys
like,
never had conjoined accounts?
I don't think so.
Okay, so
we had joint debt, like
how is that possible?
Like credit cards and stuff.
Joint credit cards.
Yeah, we had joint credit cards.
That's an account, though.
No, but we had joint credit cards, but I don't think we had joint, like, accounts.
How do you have joint credit cards?
Because you just sign an extra person.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so Eric has more, like, money business knowledge from that perspective. I don't know anything about, like, taxes and marriage and stuff like that. So I'm coming at it as in a, like, a moral perspective, I guess. Right. And so when he teaches me all about the money and his financial plan, then I'll have that knowledge to factor in. But I just want to let you know that I don't have that knowledge to factor in here. Right. So in my mind, I thought that there should be a conjoined account.
I think we started off with one.
Yeah. Why didn't it work?
I don't know why it didn't work.
Like, there should be...
I'll tell you why it didn't work. Because we separated who's going to pay for what. So I didn't want all the eggs in one basket. Mm-hmm. So I wanted, just like I have on my own now, I have 2 accounts. I have my mortgage account. Yeah. And then I have my household bills and spending account. So my money just goes in just for the mortgage. Because I never want to be short on the mortgage. Yeah. Right? And then everything else goes into another
I don't want to have a mortgage. I want to buy my... pay rent or really buy my house in cash.
But what I'm saying is that's how we did it. So later, when we moved into the house, we just had separate accounts where the one paid just the mortgage.
Yeah.
And the other one paid everything.
Okay,
else.
I know in marriage it's like what's mine is yours or whatever.
Yeah, that's
I agree,
why.
but I thought the most logical thing, maybe I'm thinking of this as like a single person's perspective, but like you have a money pot and you're both contributing the same amount to the money pot for bills and stuff.
Right.
And then you have your own separate accounts based on whatever you make. So if I'm making 100K and he's making 60K, you know, we both have to put in 10 grand into the pot, let's say, right? Mm-hmm. So he's putting in 10 grand, I'm putting in 10 grand. Now he has 50 grand to do whatever he pleases with it, and I have 90 grand to do whatever I please with it. Is that a bad way of looking at it?
No.
Because he was saying to have a conjoined account.
Right.
And then we split whatever's left from. So if I make 100,000 and he makes 60, then there's 160 in the pot. Then we factor out the bills, and then there's let's say we factor out the bills and there's $50,000 left. That's a lot of bills, but you know. Yeah. that's 110,000 on bills. Okay, whatever. I'm trying to make my math easy. So let's say we factor out the bills and there's 50 grand left in the pot. Then we would each get 25 grand.
Right.
Doesn't matter who makes more, who makes less. Like, does that make sense? And because he was saying, like, why should I pay for your purse? And I'm like, exactly. Why should you pay for my purse? So we should have two separate spending accounts.
Right.
We both contribute to the pot based on our salaries.
Right.
And then if I want to buy a $80,000 car, then that's my $80,000 that I worked for after we take care of the bills and have some extra padding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that a bad way to look at it?
No, it's whatever
See,
works
I
for
don't
you
know
guys.
though, because he has like he was like, how are you gonna do this tax and blah 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 blah, and you're gonna lower taxes if you have a conjoined account, and I'm like, I don't know any of that. I was just thinking of like, I don't want you to pay for my purse.
The accounts have nothing to do with the taxes. It's your pay that has to do with the taxes. The accounts have nothing to do with taxes. It's the pay. See, if I was making more, not saying that I am or would, but if I was, I wouldn't care to put all the money, like my $100,000 income and your $60,000 income and our $160,000 income, and then we split it. I don't care because I literally only want money so that money isn't a problem. Right. So like, if my husband is spending that money or my kids are spending that money or like I'm giving that money away, I don't care. I don't necessarily want it. Like, I'll buy my Chanel shoes or my Chanel earrings or whatever I want, but then beyond that, and like my G-Wagon if I need a car, which I don't, I'm in New York City, but like if I wanted that too, like I'll buy that, but I just want to like go out and be like, I can afford that. Like, this is not a problem. Oh, we want to eat at this restaurant? Oh, sure. We want to eat at McDonald's? Oh, sure. We want to do this? Oh, sure. You know, I don't want money to be a problem. So that's why vacation, sure, like that's why I don't care like if I was making more, but for some reason I have this like have it in my head that if they're making more, I would want the account split, because like I would want a pot and the account split, because I don't want them to I would never marry a guy who would say this to me or even think about saying this to me, but I would never want them to ever think or say like, I'm providing you this house, I'm providing you this purse, I'm providing you this vacation. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's weird because on the other end, I would never say that. That's why I'm like, sure, if my income is higher than yours, let's just join the incomes. But if yours is higher than mine, keep it separate so that I don't feel like I'm dipping into your thing, even though I don't think that the opposite way. Isn't that weird? I don't know. So you guys are doing like
marriage is far away.
Yeah. You guys are thinking like a 50-50 split on all the bills and mortgages and stuff.
Yeah. At what point does it not feel like you're splitting and it's just yours? Like both of yours. Do you know what I mean?
It should be like
that. It sounds this is where
weird. Yeah. Well, a lot of people do it that way too.
I know, but I don't want...
But the way that we did it, I think it's that traditional...
Yeah.
You know... But any way you do it, as long as at the end of the day you guys can afford stuff without having hardship and stuff.
Okay, first of all, we're not married, and we're not even thinking about marriage. But what I was going to say to you is that I want to know your opinion on that, because you have opinions about money. Like, a lot. Yeah. Opinions about money.
Yeah. I think everybody should have their own spending accounts.
Yeah, so you do agree with my thing.
I totally do agree with it. You know, so let's say you guys do what we're doing. Yeah. What we did, it works out to the same, because the one person still has to to go shopping or whatever. Okay, he wants a pair of pants, and you're gonna pay out of this other account because
I don't like how money is such like a weird issue.
Yep.
Like that's why I want to make the more money because I just want to give it away. Like I don't care.
As long as you guys come to an agreement on how it's best for you guys, that works for both people. It's still at the end of the day, it's the house is both of yours. So it's everything is both of yours. Vacation.
But this day and age, I don't even know if I'm going to be living in a house.
When you get married, you're not going to go to the grocery store and say, "Oh, Eric, I spent $60. You owe me $30."
No, I know. Right? That's what I'm saying.
No, but I've seen this at the register. When I was a cashier, I don't know if you've seen it as a cashier. And then the husband turns to the wife, "Okay, so, put 30 on this card and then put 30 on that card." It's like, what the fuck?
That's weird.
I even had a coworker like that.
See, at what point does that's what I'm saying.
She didn't like it. It was him. I think once they had a kid, then it stopped.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I get that for boyfriend and girlfriend phase, because, you're just sharing.
No, they were married.
But if
I thought it was weird.
When you're married, then it's like, what's mine is yours.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
okay, I'm buying the groceries, whatever. It's not like your husband is mooching off you unless your husband is mooching off you.
It sure wasn't
hers.
And
in that case, why did you marry them knowing that you were the only one with an income or whatever,
Maybe they were okay with that's how they did things.
Anyways.
I think they changed over time. But anyways, it's whatever works for people.
All right, well, we're back. You guys
have your own savings account, and then put into this big pot.
I agree.
That works too.
I don't know where I got that theory from. I just thought it was a good idea.
You put a certain percentage, or you put 50%, and you still have 50% of your check, and that's great. Because
all right.
How about this, where guys
now.
just go out and just buy a car, but females don't unless they consult with their spouse.
That's weird. That's a weird relationship.
See? That sucks though, doesn't it? Like, why can a guy go out and buy a car and then the wife has to consult?
Well, I think that's probably an unhealthy relationship that they're in.
Must be.
Like, I think you should probably talk about it.
Yeah, I think
about everything. Or unless you guys are both impulse buyers and then come home and say, "Honey, I bought a car." Right. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think it should be one or the other. Like, if I impulse buy something and my husband impulse buy something and then we, talk about it afterwards, then fine. But it's never like I impulse bought something and then I have to consult. They have to consult with me about, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it should be both or nothing.
I think as long as people discuss it, there's no right or wrong. Everybody does it different. So whatever works for you, that's what you should go with.
All right. Well, I can't wait to finish my book for you guys to read it.
Yeah, you guys.
And we'll see you next week. We're going to film it next week. Let's make a commitment to film it.
We'll see.
We're committing right now on this podcast. We are going to film next week's podcast. So
what kind of mood I'm in?
Put your pretty face on.
I will. It's called a hat.
Oh my God. All right, you guys. See you next Sunday. Have an amazing Sunday. Peace out.
Nice catching up,
Bye.
yo. Bye.